The following podcast contains potentially tough subject matter, controversial topics, and/or strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
So the joke this week is yet again this podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
So that was Austin eating a tortilla chip.
Oh, yeah.
The tortilla.
A tortilla.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, we're eating food. I hope you don't mind. And if you mind, that sucks. But
It is 9:45.
I'm trying to branch
Three.
out.
9:43. Oh,
9:43.
sorry. I didn't know there was going to be people offended by 2 minutes of time.
I know I am.
Okay, sorry.
God, that was putrid. Oh.
And
Yes, the Alberto's breath. They smell like Mexicano.
we're recording on a Thursday.
This is weird.
It is.
It is very
It's
weird.
odd.
So Sunday
Somebody
once told me no. So Sunday, we started recording and we wanted to record with two mics, and it sounded great
for 6.5 minutes.
For 6.5 minutes. The computer I had gathered so we could record with two USBs.
Yeah. We had two laptops with two different mics on either side of the table. One for Austin and Jeremiah because they're the quieter ones, and then one for Caleb and I. And we tested the sound quality. We made sure that we were able to record, and we were able to take the two different audio clips and put them together and sync them so they worked well. And it went perfectly. It was fine. The sound test was great. And we recorded. We started recording, and we went for 34 minutes talking and having, it was one of the best podcasts we've recorded.
Oh, without
it was
a doubt.
hilarious.
You're laughing for 30 minutes.
And we realized that 6 minutes into the recording, one of the mics stopped working.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't the mic, it was the computer.
The computer
running
had,
the software.
The computer had glitched and made the software stop recording 6 minutes into the recording, so we only had half of the audio.
Yeah,
it
that
sounded
moment
like-
when I looked at you,
We made eye contact, and my heart just sank.
and
I
he
was
goes,
like, no.
he goes, what?
And see, Austin couldn't see. I knew something was wrong because Austin was laughing uncontrollably. Like he knew what had just happened was the worst thing on the planet, and the only thing he could do was just laugh at his mother's death. No,
She's alive.
she's very well alive.
Good.
But no,
She needs to not ever die. I love that woman.
we all
She's
do.
fantastic. All of our mothers are they're just pure.
We're wonderful people.
They're just pure people.
I mean, sure, all of us, I guess. I love you, Mom.
We love you too, Terry.
Yeah, you're just ruining our podcast for an episode. That's fine.
That was so funny. I was like, I can't just put it at the end. I have to keep it in. I just kept it
No,
in the
that's
middle.
fine. No, you're absolutely fine.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
I kept the whole
No.
thing.
You kept
I kept the whole
that
thing.
whole
awkward
thing.
pause where
Yeah.
we didn't say much of anything?
No,
Yeah.
waiting?
that whole thing.
The
man.
whole thing, I kept it. Did you see where I put the video over it? Did it work well?
Oh no, I didn't actually check that out.
Yeah. Well, when I did it in the software, it looked fine, but I don't know if it kept it the way
Okay.
it was supposed to, but it should have been fine.
Okay.
I didn't watch the end of it. I know that's the one that had 30 minutes of black silence at the end.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with
And
that.
I couldn't edit it.
You couldn't edit it? So I guess
The only thing I could edit was the thumbnail and description and stuff. I couldn't actually
I might
change
just have to
the video.
re-upload it.
I don't want to worry about it.
I need to go back and
I wouldn't worry about it.
okay. I need to go back and remake all of the thumbnails with the new style.
Yeah.
So
Nah, don't worry about it.
Unless you just want to.
I mean, if you.
I might want to just for my OCD sake, but
Yeah, no. Honestly, that was what I was battling with. Do we want to change all of them so that they're the same? Because I would imagine that if we continue to do this, we will change it again.
yeah. I mean, once we get a certain amount into it, it's just gonna be too much work to go back and change
I was
it.
Yeah.
gonna say we can put them in playlist as seasons and
Yeah.
season one.
I mean,
will
we
be,
can do year to year at the beginning of each summer, new season starts, and we'll take a few weeks off before we start the new season, maybe.
Yeah, and then we can have it a little bit of a break and
Yeah,
kinda
right
come back.
towards the end of a semester or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not a bad idea.
I like that idea.
It's good.
Stay tuned next year for
It's good stuff.
First, we have to make it through season 1, though.
And we have to start coming up with more content.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
we
I
just
mean-
need to figure stuff out.
I mean, this week I have this story to tell about Jeremiah and me going to the theater.
No, and
And I have a qualm with Caleb.
what?
Your bathroom.
Oh, is it delicious?
No, you have single-ply toilet paper.
Oh.
You fucking animal.
I know. No, dude, it's not. I want Angel Soft so bad.
Then buy it.
I know.
You have a job.
I know I have a job, but if I bought Angel Soft
Don't
and
tell
put
anybody.
it valid. All right, I'm buying
Get
Angel Soft.
get one of the small like 4-packs and just keep it in your.
Yeah, but that means I have to be responsible.
You are 23.
I think this is the one thing you can manage.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because you're gonna go, oh no, I'm almost out of toilet paper. My other option is sandpaper.
See, I forget that I'm almost out of toilet paper every time I go to the bathroom, and then I'm on the last roll and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any more butt wipes. I wrapped it at least 7 times around my hand, and it still felt like a single tissue.
Oh yeah, no. There's absolutely. It's just something I've gotten used to.
Yeah.
I've only felt sandpaper between my cheeks.
First world problems.
Some people wipe with a coca leaf.
Some people wipe with a cactus.
Some people wipe with their
Only the
hand.
brave.
Only the brave.
Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
If you have enough lube.
The Dwemer shortly after forging Voldemort.
No, it's so. Actually, I was thinking about we start having like little special segments for each one of us. I was thinking about doing like shit I found on Twitter, and just like random tweets that are like just garbage tweets.
Okay.
So if I tweet like garbage, I might get featured in your.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like something absolute.
You're on the podcast, you ass.
Oh no, I can use my other Twitter. I have a second.
No, I mean, and then if we're going to do that, I think we should source the tweet or anything like that at the end of the, like on our description.
That are all. If you
We
send
can
it to
probably
me, I'll
yeah,
put it up in
put
the video.
picture, and I'll have that like
Okay.
who wrote it.
Yeah. Okay.
If
I mean,
you,
that'll do
if you
it.
screenshot it,
Flash it.
I can get it.
We might want to. I think what we'll do is we'll blur the name out though.
I
Don't worry about. I mean, unless you're shitting on them and like.
I mean, I might shit on that.
You're a terrible person. You must bathe children in vinegar.
I mean, if it's a really god awful tweet, I might.
They'll degrade over time. It's acidic. Don't do that. Their skin will take a massive hit.
I like how that just like suddenly clicked. Oh wow, that is a bad thing.
Oh god. Your fucking phone.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna. Is that the? How many times has that done that?
3.
Four?
All right.
Well, you were quick on that and both wrong.
It's total
It's
silence.
3.5.
It's like. All right. No. So, this week, me and Nathaniel went on vacation.
Daniel and I.
God bless you. All right.
No, I'll
Grammar
let you-
Nazi.
I'll
So
let you tell you.
Nathaniel and I. Oh my God.
I'll mind you.
I was confused by a double negative.
But Austin actually has a really good story about going to Ant-Man.
And we talked about this on the last podcast, but it fucked up, and now we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna retell it. Jeremiah is unfortunately not here. He was here earlier, so his take was interesting, though very passive aggressive. So trust me, mine's the more entertaining one
I think his
Okay.
was just as entertaining because it was so passive aggressive.
because you know him. Like someone else who's just listening to that who's never met Jeremiah would probably be like,
Come on, man.
"Give me an opinion."
Give me an opinion.
Yeah, he was like, I
I don't
She's
know.
like,
I don't know. I wasn't
She
looking.
had a face. She.
Dude, that was perfect. That was literally a perfect representation of him.
Thank you.
With the hands and
Okay, let me
everything.
Oh yeah, because he
chop my hand
He
off.
always hits the table.
I was-
No, that and he cut his fingers.
Well, yeah, I know that. He's
Okay.
We should have posted a picture of it on Twitter.
Oh,
Oh
we
yeah,
should
that's
have.
right. Okay, I'll
too
do it.
late.
I'll do it this week.
Do you still have a
Sweet.
picture?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
going to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. The way it's set up, you buy your ticket, and you know you got to go get your ticket like ripped by this person.
Yep.
Turns out it's like this girl. She looks slightly familiar. She may have gone to the same school as us. I don't know. But anyway,
Besides the point.
yeah. So me and Jeremiah, we buy our tickets. Jeremiah goes first, turns around, and like she sees him, and is like starstruck. This is how I take it as. She's starstruck, and she's sitting there, and she's like, she's trying to do her job, and her job is she just rips the ticket, and tells you which theater you go to and what direction it is. But like she rips it, she like tries to hand it to him, she drops it, and she goes, "Oh no!" And like she goes to pick it up, and she like goes to hand it to him again. And she goes, "You'll be in theater right to your 4." her face is so red. And
That's
she's like-
amazing.
and she does one of those numbers. She looks up at the ceiling for a moment, like takes a breath in, and goes.
Poor girl.
And she said something else wrong, but it wasn't as memorable as "You'll be in theater right to your 4."
You'll be in theater right to your 4.
Yeah, like I was like, you got one job. You just tell them the number, then direction. Number, then direction. You tell them the number first, then the direction.
Maybe she was,
Maybe
maybe
she was
she was
just saying-
mentally dyslexic.
Maybe she was saying you need to go right to 4.
You'll be in theater right to your 4.
No,
Technically, the way we were facing,
Maybe
4 o'clock would have been out the exit.
no, to theater 4. It's still theater 4, but you need to just go right to 4. Just
go right there,
just
right
go
now,
right
right
there,
now.
right now. Like,
Go to your room.
I'm tired of seeing your face.
Let's analyze what you're saying. Go to theater 4 right now.
Yes.
Go to
No.
theater right now 4.
Go to theater. Go to right to 4. Just go right to 4.
Okay, this
That's
is what
not
she,
how the sentence was structured,
word
though.
for word. This is what
Maybe
she
she
said.
messed up the sentence.
Word
but
for
meant
word,
To say
what she said
right
was-
to 4.
You'll be in theater right to your 4. There's no.
No, maybe okay, maybe
You're
like,
wrong.
I'm
You're
trying.
wrong.
I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No,
Where
she was
wasn't
blushing so badly.
Maybe she had downs, and you're just making fun of her.
Oh!
You're just trying to paint
Wow.
this as me being the bad guy.
This just got 1,000 times worse. We were talking about dyslexics and a woman messing up a sentence. Now we're talking about an extra chromosome. Too many chromes, my dude.
Crohn's disease.
no.
Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease. I mean, if you want to call it that.
Okay, yeah. But then,
I'm going to start calling it from now on. That's amazing. Crohn's disease.
It's like, oh god, that guy over there's got Crohn's disease.
you mean Downs?
Yes,
So what I said.
that's what I said. He's
No,
got an
so
extra Crohn's.
Icing on the cake. You know, so Jeremiah now steps through. And then I hand her my ticket. Flawless.
Flawless
Like,
execution.
She rips it right down the perforation, you know, and goes, "You'll be in theater 4 to your right." You know, doesn't have any
Don't take
problem
it
with
personally. She had
No,
practice.
no, I see. Here's my thing. And then we're walking away, and I look at Jeremiah. I go, "I think she likes you." And I said it like we were probably 10 feet from her, so she probably heard me.
Oh my god. Oh, you made her feel so small.
well, she was already like, how tall?
She was probably like 5'4". She was a shorter gal. Oh yeah, I gave like a really in detailed description
Last
Sunday.
time. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you were ripping
Yeah,
into
she had
her.
like black hair. She had glasses.
And a face.
Yeah, she had
And
a
a-
face.
it's
She had a
Jeremiah.
nose. She had a freaking nose above her lip.
Let me tell you what, that is uncalled for. Move that nose below your lip. Come on. Get,
All right, hold
get
on,
That, get
hold
that,
on.
Get that nose chin.
Between
Hold
your
on.
lips.
Go with me here.
Oh god.
What? Think about this. Just close your eyes real quick and think about this. What if humans
Oh god.
had a mouth in the middle of their face where our nose is, and then our nose was down on our chin? Or we had a mouth on the top of our head.
Oh, that was. Dude, you want to get food in plates. You get food in like buckets, and you just set it on top of your head, and then like funnel down. You just
No,
shake
honestly,
it a
I
little.
don't think our lives would be that much
Shake
different.
it a
I mean,
little.
because granted, if everyone had that disability, no one would think anything different of it.
That's not a
No,
disability.
no, it's not. He's just
It would
saying.
just be.
I mean,
Well,
like
I'm
compared to our
picturing-
standards,
I'm
like,
picturing
as of right now.
How would your
anybody-
life be different? Like, what would you have to do differently? Because you
You would have to headbutt your table.
Okay,
Or
the
that's
question
true.
is, the
Or-
question
or it comes
is,
in a bucket.
are our eyes below or above our?
It's in the
mouth?
same place. You can't go above your mouth. It's on the top of your head.
That's what I'm like.
I'm saying like opens up like a
Oh God.
yeah, like
So
here.
you just drop food into your
Yeah,
where
it
your
opens
brain
up
would
like a
be?
chain chomp out of Mario Kart. But like on top of your head.
What movie is it? It's like some alien or something that has like a. It's like a.
I know what you're
cranium
talking about, but I
thing.
don't remember.
I can't either. It's probably a really bad alien.
It's probably Independence Day. It's probably something really bad.
Those were good movies. The second one was pretty good.
I haven't seen the second one.
It's really good.
Okay, no, the second one is the
Does it have Jaden Smith in it?
Nope.
no,
Okay,
sadly.
good.
I wish it did though. That would have been a good.
Yeah, they would have casted him as the alien. You're so weird. Stand over here and be the alien.
When you look into mirrors, do you really see yourself, though?
Oh, dude, I'm just gonna start reading Jaden Smith tweets.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what you said. Garbage tweets.
and garbage tweets. Like if babies could talk, they'd be the smartest human beings on the planet.
No, that's not.
It's
They
Yes.
haven't learned the intricacies of life.
Someone without a formal education or knowledge of right or wrong or how
Someone
the
who
world
still
works.
shits in a diaper can't tell me what's right and wrong.
But if babies could talk, they'd be the
I
smartest human
mean,
beings.
one
on the
day, once your parents get old enough.
Exactly, they can't tell me what to do. I'm like, shut up and eat your prune juice.
Take your applesauce. Awkward silence.
Awkward silence. Awkward silence. Filling the void with awkward voices.
Okay, all right. Have you ever thought about like, does it ever make you nervous being on life support? Like, have you ever thought about like,
No, we have an agreement. 10 seconds. Pull the plug.
that's not a lot of wiggle room to recover.
We will have 100% that agreement. Just like seriously, like
Walk in the room. Oh, how long has he been here? Wow, 2 minutes. Oh, that's over.
it's like he's snapping.
Unplug it, plug it back in. Unplug it, plug it back in. Unplug it, plug it back
Like
in.
I'm still alive. Like just on the table. Like I'm like Austin, did you just pull the plug?
Dude,
Oh,
we had
so-
an agreement, man.
Like thanks for following through.
He's like, oh yeah, we did do that.
Like I just knifed myself in the chest. Follow through with the agreement.
I mean, if you recover from it, that's impressive. You know, like props to you.
But like, I'm just worried if I'm ever on life support, I'll just sneeze and something comes unplugged. Just one day, just a really aggressive, and then just like something comes out, and I'm like, nurse. My allergies killed me.
Jaden Smith, if I had a nickel for every time I've cried in the back of an Uber, I would have another pair of Yeezys.
Why does he take an Uber?
First off, how often do you get an Uber?
Like,
Second off,
what Uber driver would pick up Jaden Smith?
Okay, well, a lot of people. I would, if I was an Uber driver, I'd pick up because he says shit like this all the time. I wonder if he talks like this.
He probably does.
Okay, so you do it once, but then probably not again.
Probably, you're probably right.
And then delete your Uber account.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
going
I
under the-
peaked.
I have now hit pinnacle. All right, so there's that moment when
All
you're
right.
wearing a dress with no pants, and you have you swerve way too hard. No one has that moment, Jaden. You're the only one that wears a dress and also calls himself a man.
I feel like there's some people that do.
All right. Anybody that would make a
Caitlyn
statement.
Jenner?
He doesn't call himself a man.
I do.
Yeah, but
I mean, like he doesn't though.
This is this is a bad like.
I know we're
bit.
we're okay.
You should
No,
come up with something better.
I've got something else. I've got one more thing. All right. I really dislike it. I really dislike when all the pretty girls hang out at once. 'Cause I'm never there. Hashtag.
There's probably a reason you're never there.
Yeah.
Because they didn't invite you, genius.
That and he's weird.
He is weird.
I mean,
Aren't we all?
No, so his last one. Tweets are like tattoos.
no.
No. You can actually delete a tweet.
Yeah.
You could.
And
I
it's-
just
I don't remember there being a character limit on tattoos.
as big as your body, I guess.
Depends on the size of the tattoo, man. You can get like
Yeah, I guess.
4-point font, you know,
Yeah.
New Roman times. You get a whole book.
You ever
I don't know if last night was a dream or not. That's
That's understandable, though. I mean, I could see other people doing that. That's not just like a Jaden Smith thing. I mean, I could see people saying that.
I know it's still weird though.
It's a little weird, but
Is it bad? I kind of just want to drink this salsa.
yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I won't do that.
I'm not gonna trust you around my kids because you want to drink salsa.
A little girl once asked me if I was Willow Smith. I humbly said yes and took a selfie.
That's
So,
amazing.
so he thinks he's his mother?
Willow Smith
Willow's
is
his
his
sister.
sister.
Oh,
yeah.
his sister?
Yeah.
Jada's his mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jada,
Pinkett Smith.
and then Jaden.
They have like the longest like marriage in Hollywood right now. I think it's like one of like.
Because then, like, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie get divorced or something?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Weren't
But
they like the
But they've always been like on this crazy, stupid on and off again.
Yeah, but weren't
like,
they
they've
the-
been together since like all of Jaden Smith.
Just props to Will.
Just all of Jaden.
Yeah, no, I mean, like in Hollywood terms, that's really
That's a
like,
long time.
I know we're laughing about like how stupid that sounds, but like they've been together for an entire child.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's what? Like, he's our age.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least 20, at least 20.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right, so we went to Warp Tour.
Oh, that was interesting.
Oh yeah, tell us the story of your close
Oh,
your
God
close
damn it.
encounter of the
Your-
third kind.
Your close encounter of the clitoris kind. Please.
Oh, my God. You're such a tool. So
The second cheek.
we went to Warped Tour. God damn it.
The name of the story: Nathaniel and the second cheek.
So we went to Warped
the
Tour
third cheek.
in early July.
The loose lips.
We were there from Wednesday. Loose lips sink ships. Hold on. Can we examine that for a second? Loose lips. Loose leaves.
Loose leaps sink
Loose-
sheeps.
Loose lips sink ships.
It did not involve people sleeping around.
There's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 meanings.
Man, words are so good, Lee.
Words are so goodly, dude. God damn it.
Are you ever gonna say
There's 2 meanings.
Wait, he's gonna be a grammar Nazi to me saying Nathaniel and me, or me and Nathaniel.
That's grammar. This isn't grammar. This is just words.
This is vocabulary.
I'm sorry, but aren't
No.
vocabulary comprised into a sentence, into a statement, into a paragraph, into a phrase?
No.
Grammar?
No.
Sorry.
Look up the definition of grammar, child.
All right.
Anyway,
Continue your
there's
story.
2 meanings. Lips as in lips, and lips as in vagina. So, loose lips
We can say that because it's a scientific word.
sink ships. So we know what that means in the first meaning, right? So if people talk, ships can get sunk. We understand that.
Yeah, that was like the whole thing back in whatever war, I don't even know. But
Probably
like,
World War II or one.
yeah, where they were like,
The ones with ships.
yeah, like if you were to give away, like locations.
Not to be confused with like the Gulf Wars, which also had some ships.
Or the Persian Gulf Wars.
There were no boats involved in Vietnam. It was
Yes.
the shipless war.
Anyway, so let's just speculate for a second. What could it mean for the second meaning?
Yeah, that one's for the admiral's wife.
Loose lips sink ships. So, loose vagina sinks a ship. How does that happen?
No, I
Well,
think
see,
I think
well,
it's
see-
more of like sleeping around.
Well,
implication.
then we have to like if we're gonna double meaning lips, then we need to double meaning something else in the sentence.
No, you don't
No?
have to. Now you're just making up rules. That's not how grammar works.
By the way, the definition of grammar is the study of the classes of words and their inflections. So I might have been wrong
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
in their functions and relations on the sentence.
On the sentence.
Functions. So you like graph them?
Anyway, loose lips sink ships,
Can't wait till we go to video.
meaning to vagina. How does that happen?
You don't.
Whoa! No! Let's go back. Let's go back to like ancient Greece.
When they first invented the wheel.
No, ancient, no,
Why?
no, ancient Greece, where because I'm thinking like the prince would steal the princess of another, like, and so she was loose-lipped, right? And so like then a war would break out, and so ships
He's
would
talking
be
about
sunk.
Troy.
Boom! I was thinking about Troy.
Loose lips.
I'm just giving you a definition. You
I'm
wanted
talking
one.
about loose vaginas.
Yes, I'm talking about.
How does that mean loose vagina?
Because
You
like,
weren't there.
because like the princess or the prince or like the prince or the queen of another country could leave, whore around with another king of another country, right? Stay with that
It
person.
doesn't have to be the king.
What if that's the original meaning? What if that's what that means?
It's not.
It's absolutely
What if?
mouth on forehead.
Then the moon landed on us.
The moon landing was not real.
I was thinking like she sits on the deck with her legs in the air and just she gets a hard wind to the vagina and she just explodes. catches a swift gust to the vagina.
Pterodactyl. All right, no.
She gets a swift gust to the vagina, and she it just explodes.
Boom.
Half the deck is in the water now. Sinks a ship.
Yeah.
Well,
She just catches the wind like a loose parachute.
If the government's watching this, or listening, right?
we're on to you. We know what the real meaning is.
We know how the Lusitania went down.
Remember the Maine.
Where are we going with that?
Spanish-American War.
Wait, no. What was
Teddy
the
Roosevelt?
Lusitania?
Okay.
The Rough
so,
Riders.
Warped Tour. So Warped
No,
Tour.
Marilyn Monroe was on the Lusitania, right? And that's how she died.
Right.
Mesopotamia?
Mesopotamia.
The Lucima Grand.
The Mesopotamian period. Isn't that after the Cretaceous?
So we were at Warped Tour, right?
So Warped Tour.
I wasn't.
So,
Oh yeah, Austin wasn't.
So anybody, if anybody, doesn't know what Warped Tour is, it's basically a bunch of yeah, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
it was the last one this year.
It died.
We're gonna be an asshole about it on the last
And
podcast we're gonna do about the Warped Tour.
basically, it's a bunch of punk rock bands that get together at a venue and they just play all day long. Different bands go on. Like this year it was 303 and Falling in Reverse,
And Chase Atlantic.
Chase Atlantic,
Mayday
Bowling for
Parade.
Soup,
Chase Stupid Atlantic.
Mayday
Australian
Parade.
frickin'
There's a
voices.
bunch of fairly well-known punk rock bands. Anyway, so there's a lot of crowd surfing that happens at these things, and for most of the time we were there, we were up the front.
Yeah.
Almost everything we went to see,
Every
we
show.
were at the front.
Yeah, every show that we went to. we were trying
And
to
when
go
you're at
front.
the front, there's a rule. There's written rules.
2 rules.
Keep your shirt on.
3 rules.
Three
okay.
rules.
There-
We were. Anyway, sorry. The 3 rules.
So
Keep
the
your shirt on.
Keep your shirt on is rule number 1. Rule number 2 in the pit is if somebody wants to get up on the crowd, you must help them get up on the crowd and rule
get to the front.
And get to the front. And then rule number 3 is everybody has to help get the person to the front.
Yeah.
Like you can't if you're that person that ducks or doesn't grab them, you're a dick.
Yeah, like they encourage it. They have security there. Their only job is to get people off of
Oh,
the
and that's
crowd.
so funny to watch them too.
It is.
Like
because they'll spot them out. They'll just like point at them and be like, right there, and they'll have like a group just to the front. And
5
get ready
guys
to
for
catch
this
them.
one.
400-pound lady coming up to the front right now. Go, everybody.
And
On
just
this one.
the entire security team just swarms to the front.
You just see him radio on his sleeve.
Oh,
and
they
all
don't
of
have
them
time to
back
radio. They don't have time to radio, man.
All of them just back up a few feet. But no,
She'll bounce.
there's people that grab them from the front and they walk off to the side and get back in the.
Grab them from the front.
Oh my god, I hate you.
I've been violated.
And so basically, if you're in the front, you have to be aware of people behind you, like crowd surfing. So you have to turn around every now and then if you hear people moving or you feel people moving. You turn around and you help people across to the front.
Because in a sense, like going to these, like when you're in the pit, it's really, really cool because you're really, really close
Yeah.
to the singer. But when everybody wants to crowd surf, it's like you don't have the time to actually enjoy the singer because you're trying to get these stupid freaking crowd surfers. Which, by the way, like I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But I can see how some people would be really, really annoyed.
Yeah, it was okay. Like I was fine with it. I was like, yeah, sure, go have fun.
Yeah.
Until we saw the last band that Galen and I saw, which was Mayday Parade.
Oh.
There was at least 5 people
Yeah.
on the crowd at a time.
Yeah, no.
They never stopped.
And for
it was constant.
Bowling for Soup was the exact same way. And I'll get onto my story for Bowling for Soup in a minute. But yeah, no, it was like a constant line of just crowd surfers because it was like the last couple of shows and everybody was just getting that itch out.
Yeah.
Just like, let's just crowd surf now.
So you have to deal with the people going across. Well, early in the day, I think we were seeing Fall in Reverse because Caleb wasn't there. He went to go see a different band.
I went to go get autographs from Bowling for Soup,
Yeah.
which I will talk about that later.
But Galen and I and Caleb's girlfriend Caitlin, the 3 of us were in the pit for Falling in Reverse, which is a band that all of us like. And we're kind of off to the side, but not necessarily like right in front, but we're off to the side of the front pit. And
Just be proud about eating your chips, Austin.
that was loud. Jesus Christ.
Go on.
Anyway, and we hadn't really experienced a lot of crowd surfing. I hadn't had to deal with it until falling in reverse. We're at the front, and I feel people moving behind me. So I turn around to assist.
I so wish I was there to see this.
And get an face full of ass. I turn around and then just cheeks. Like, she was prepared and coming in hot.
Like from what I know, from what how Caitlin described it to me, is that this chick was 100% spread eagle. Like most.
She was at a gynecology appointment.
Yeah, seriously.
She was ready.
She was ready to check out her cervix that day. Let me just tell you what.
And I turned
my
around
cervix.
and she mounted my face. And I don't really remember it.
T-shirt. She mounted my face.
I turned around, impact happened, and I instantly whipped my head sideways because I no longer wanted to be a part of this posterior. And Galen's face just kind of went, oh shit.
Oh, dude. So Caitlin got like two things that Caitlin told me is that she couldn't help but like be completely silent when that happened to you. Like she literally like her face like just went completely blank. And then the second thing she did was immediately turn to Galen to see what she was doing. And apparently your girlfriend had like just gotten a sour face because it's just like you're like I guess just the image of you getting a face full of ass just did not like.
I didn't like it either. Don't worry. Like it wasn't a fun experience.
I would be exactly.
Wasn't a mutual.
I didn't consent. I didn't consent to that.
Bum, bum.
Da, 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 da. But
These
Oh,
are
there's
the-
so it happened, and
wasted.
she hit me in the face with her ass, and
cooter
but I
shooter.
can't let her fall. I can't let this knock me down. So I have to keep going and push her back up into the air,
you gotta-
move her on to the next person. I wanted to turn around and be like, "Watch out," because I didn't know if she was just gonna mount somebody else. And so we just kept going. And
Way to go, Nathaniel! You ate that ass into.
I didn't mean
the
to.
front of-
I
to
didn't
the
want
front of
to.
the crowd surf.
It was not a fun idea.
Oh,
I didn't want to be there. I was like, I want to go home now. I need to wash my face.
oh no!
I don't know
And
where
see,
that ass has been.
Right about falling in reverse is when everybody started getting
tour?
really sweaty too.
Yeah.
And so I could imagine it was just sweaty booty.
It was just swass. Just like
just-
sweaty ass.
Oh, like Tropic Thunder, booty sweat.
Booty sweat.
You can, Leon, do that thing. Do that thing. He's got this dance. Watch it. He's like, yeah, look, it looks like he's having a seizure or something. Yeah.
So that happened.
Lance.
Also,
Who?
so we were, for falling in, Mayday Parade,
Yeah.
the last one we saw, where there was just a shit ton of people, it was rough. Like, I was scared for Galen and I, because we were at the very, very front, like right in front of the bar.
Yeah.
And people were it was just a wave of people constantly.
Oh yeah.
So, but we would turn around and then was just, the people behind me, for whatever reason, were like, I'm going to half-ass this.
Yeah.
So they just collide into the back of my head. I had my hat and I didn't have my hat on, but I had like my sunglasses knocked off, and Galen had her hat and her sunglasses knocked off multiple times. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And she almost hit the ground like 4 times because people just nailed her.
See, and that's
And
that's
I caught a foot to the temple, and she caught a few feet to the back of the head. It was rough.
see when I was
See, that doesn't sound like a good time.
It was fun until you got the shit beat out of you unintentionally.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I absolutely loved it, but there is something to be said about if you're going to be in the front row, like that's your poison. You picked your poison on that one. Like if you're gonna be on that guardrail, like because you want to like see the sweat coming down from the lead singer's brow, then your poison is seeing the sweat coming down from ass cheeks coming towards you, like
Or
that-
not seeing it, turning around and getting it.
yeah, or tasting it, you know.
My mouth was closed. I was prepared. I turned around and just instantly
as
closed
prepared
every
as you-
orifice. I closed everything. That's
clenched.
probably why I don't remember it.
Clenched so hard.
That's probably why I don't remember it. All of my senses shut down.
No, like he could.
I turned around and just, nope.
He
Your-
couldn't
your
poop
brain's
for like
dealing with
hours
it.
after that. Like every orifice was just locked down. Like,
Yeah.
His body was
I didn't
want
wanna
to
eat.
reset.
I lost my appetite.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can
'Cause,
imagine.
I mean, I would be full if I ate that much ass.
Viewer discretion is advised. Boom, boom.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
Let's make some law now.
I went to go see Bowling for Soup when it was like the last show that they had for the day, and
Yeah.
No, and so, like, back on the same topic, like, there was so many crowd surfers, but the big problem for Bowling for Soup is that in the middle of the whole thing, there was at least 12 to 15, like, young children, or, like, these females that were just so tiny that you could put them in your pocket. Like, they were just absolutely...
Polly Pocket.
Yeah, no. And they were absolutely...
I could have gone the
Wow.
the sexual predator route and said pocket pussy. But
no, you decided to make the comment that makes me.
I mean,
curious
Nathaniel,
about
at the end of the day,
sexuality.
you made both references.
yeah, exactly. Am I at fault? Absolutely.
No,
Do
so...
I take responsibility? Absolutely. Do I care?
Not at all. All right, no, but so and see, but it really sucked because I had waited the entire day because Bowling for Soup was the band that I wanted to go like crowd surf for, and
He does these weird like hiccup burps where he hiccups and he's like he's charging energy and then releases it in a burp. Holy shit!
we got that on recording.
That was amazing.
No, so thank you. I'm gonna bow. You can't see me, but I'm gonna bow.
He didn't bow. Now he's bowed. I thought he was gonna hit his head on the
I
table.
was waiting for it.
This
Have
is
you
like
seen the
the-
video of that deer in Japan that bow to tourists? Like if you walk up to it and bow,
I
it'll
think-
bow to you.
I think
Oh,
so.
that's so sweet.
It's so
Did you
awesome.
see that
All
video
right.
with that black guy talking about like how he's so sexy? He's like, people always ask me how I'm this
And
sexy.
he hits his face.
Yeah, he slips off the chair and smacks his forehead on the thing.
No, okay. So, but the main reason why I didn't crowd surf for this band, for Bowling for Soup, is
The children.
yeah, no, it's because of the children. I had seen, and see, the thing is that even though there was this giant like hole of like toddlers trying to help these people crowd surf, like people still wanted to crowd surf, and like after the third person that I saw hit their face on the cement, I would
Not
have.
the cement. The cement.
Sorry, I say things weird. So
Yes.
there's a variety of ways to say things.
It's Verity magazine.
Okay, so, but yeah, no, like after seeing the third person like eat, not ass, but concrete,
I wish I ate concrete instead.
I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not, and I was really disappointed.
I really am. I'm imagining just from you saying how it happened. I'm really imagining like the part in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End where the ship just falls off the edge of the earth. I'm just imagining from the back of the crowd seeing people just dive, just like into the earth.
No, and that's basically it. No, and like because it was really, really tall dudes, and like surprisingly enough, I was in the section of really, really tall dudes, which is sad. No, and no, there were actually a couple times like the two rules: you have to carry them. There were people that were crowd surfing behind me that me and this one guy like had like a bond. We like locked eyes and was like, I guess this is us. And we carried them through the crowd of tiny children. Like, and just like there were at least 20, but they were just so small.
But they're going across. Today, we don't let this man fall.
No, and it's like,
Brothers,
most
rally
most
on
of the
me.
girls, while we were holding, most of the girls couldn't reach. Like I don't even understand. Like, did they go?
And you're
like,
short.
I'm short, dude. I'm 5'8". I'm not that short, but I'm short enough that most
Shorter
girls.
than us.
Yeah,
Wow.
clearly.
Well, not clearly. We're on audio.
Yeah, you can tell from his vocal inflections.
You say he sounds like a short guy? That's racist.
You're darn right it is.
No, and so there like I actually like once I saw the last person like fall, that's when I started like kind of pushing my way into this area where because it's like it's not going to end. There are people that are still going to want to crowd surf, and like there were people that were going like you could see them after they were done, like and they wanted to crowd surf some more. They went to the outer edges of it just so they could miss this hole, and no matter what, they always ended up
Gravity,
falling.
man. The black hole's the children, and it just sucks
In the
them
hole?
in. In the hole.
In the hole.
So the
The hole.
The hole.
wow.
Have you not seen that video?
No.
Oh, we gotta show you that video later.
It's a Tom Scott video where.
Oh God.
Yeah, no.
I love him.
Tom, where's your girlfriend? She's at work. Where did she work again? In the hole.
So dumb.
It's like, my God, what is that? Whole monster.
No, it's like it's a whole person.
Oh yeah, a whole
That's what it
person.
is. I can't believe you'd objectify them like that.
I'm sorry. No, but wasn't there a whole monster?
There's a whole person.
No, there was a whole person that
Yeah,
was
there's
like
a
in the
person.
hole.
No, there's a space octopus.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. A whole person. And so like, you just dropped my favorite mug in the hole. Bah! Like, no, it's
I put a rug over it. What happened to it? It fell in the hole.
It was such a good video.
I loved his videos, dude.
What is this red stuff in the boat? That would be the elderly couple from 2B.
Yeah. What is that?
She
from?
took the last croissant. I was not having it. It's from Mamas with Hats.
Oh,
It's one of my favorite YouTube series.
oh.
It's so good.
Were there 15 of them?
Something like that. It was like a 45-minute video of all of them.
Yeah. No.
And yes, I spent 45 minutes watching the entire
I did that
thing.
at work. No, I straight up there was downtime at work, and I put it on and I put it loud so that I could hear it. And like Jacob, one of my coworkers, and we sat there and watched the whole damn thing.
It's great.
During review my senior year in calculus, me and a friend just watched Spaceballs because we were exempt.
That's awesome.
I
Right.
just stayed home.
Well, we still had to go. It was like the week before like review technically started that we were allowed
Oh.
to skip. Oops,
Nice.
it's gonna pick it up. Sorry, audience.
I
But,
did like a 30-second burp. I think you'll be fine for this podcast.
Oh no! Oh no!
We hit
I
the-
crossed a barrier.
Oh.
He hit the mic.
There was a line drawn in the sand. I have crossed it.
Shut.
Forgive me.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll put my apology on Twitter once I get home because I'm out of data. Then everyone will wonder what I'm talking about. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp. We've all seen it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
good movie. I was half asleep for part
That
of
was
it.
a
I literally
great,
slept for like 5 minutes
That was
at
a
the
great
beginning.
critical look at Ant-Man and the Wasp you just gave us.
Yeah, I was asleep for like 5 minutes and then I was good for the rest of the movie. I was so tired the day we went to go see it. I don't know why. I guess because it was the day after we went to Warped Tour, so I guess I was just still
Yeah.
so exhausted.
You actually saw it in Virginia Beach?
Yeah,
The-
we saw it at the.
You're still dealing with the
The mall.
concussive effect of the left and right gluteus maximus.
See, his orifice, his eye, like
Orifice?
his eye orifices, were still shut because
that makes sense.
of all the ass he decided
That
to munch on
sounds
that day.
scientifically proven.
Yeah, scientifically proven. If you eat too much ass, your eyes will close.
I didn't eat it.
It's the boo boo.
There's a song called "Ass in My Face."
Of course there is.
And
You didn't write it?
No.
No, and it's all like
Cunt.
it's like this ass in my face. There's an ass in my face. Hold up, wait a minute. There's a little duty in it. Ass in my face.
Right.
It's from a band called The Left Rights.
I really wasn't expecting much, and I'm still disappointed.
I know, it's great. All right, so Ant-Man, right? We all wanted to talk about Ant-Man. No, so what'd you think about?
Spoilers ahead.
Oh yeah, spoilers ahead.
Oh yeah.
What do you
Alert.
what do you think as
Careful.
Paul Rudd as a superhero?
I love him.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
He's hysterical.
It's just seeing him offset. It's kind of weird.
What do you mean?
Like I saw him on like Tonight Show or something like that. He had like a really scruffy beard, and he looked
I
like
know, it's
he
great.
looked like homeless almost.
It's great. Him offset is the man I aspire to be.
That's really low.
I feel like he's a great father.
Oh wow.
I don't know why. I just feel like he's a good father.
Okay, I mean that's a good
I said that
assumption.
about Paul Walker, but he's dead too. So
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
that's like the second Paul Walker joke, right?
Was it last week or was it?
No, I think it was a couple weeks ago. You made the dashboard.
No, I'm pretty sure it was when we were recording the podcast on Sunday.
No, not this Sunday.
I was
You
gonna say,
didn't,
I
you
feel
didn't make a
like it's been a
dashboard.
while.
You didn't make a Paul Walker joke this Sunday.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But we rectified it today. Paul Walker joke.
Rectum.
Rectified the Paul Walker joke
Anyway, so Ant-Man.
because he wrecked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got him.
What was the last thing that went through Paul's
To
head?
death.
A branch. Because he had a tree. We miss you, Paul.
Not that we knew you personally,
But we miss you.
I mean, I've seen enough of his damn movies where I felt like I knew him personally. At least I knew his character.
what was his middle name?
Anthony.
Just making
Brian?
that up.
Yep.
Was his name Brian?
No.
Because I feel like when he
No.
was in the movie, that's why it was so easy for them to go, we'll miss you, Brian.
Yeah, because
it
they're
was
not
his
paid
middle name.
actors being paid millions of dollars to call someone a specific name.
No.
Gosh.
Um,
That's why I hate people.
No, I
I have many reasons.
no, because I used to watch Paul Rudd in like the movie Yes Man.
Oh, such a good movie.
It was such a great movie, and I couldn't.
What character did he play in Yes Man?
Not Yes Man. God bless. I love you, man. The movie I Love You, man. I'm really
Oh,
sorry
I
about that.
haven't
I
seen,
haven't seen
No,
that.
no, no.
I've seen Yes Man, and I was like, that's what I was like. Where was he at in that movie?
No, in the movie I Love You, man with
He's
Jason
the
Segel.
foreground.
It's got Jason Segel in it, and there's a scene in the movie where he's like, "Oh yeah, slap at the bass, slap at the bass," and it's like I can't get that out of my freaking
Pretty
head.
sure I've seen that, or that part at least.
Yeah, I can't get it out of my head, man. And it's a really good movie. Like it
Can't get it out of my
if you want a bromance comedy, a bro rom com, I Love You, man. That's perfect.
I love you too.
No,
Can't you feel the love tonight?
No.
So what do you think? So what do you think about his wife? What do you think is like what's going on with his wife now?
Wait, who's his wife?
The old guy's wife. The old guy's wife.
Oh.
Pam's,
Yeah,
Mrs. Pam?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
The
she's
original wasp.
Yeah.
she's in a dustpan now.
She's
The end.
She's blowing in the breeze. No, but the quantum power she has, I guess
The
Ant-Man.
end. What happened at the end?
The after credit
Oh,
scene.
oh, yeah. Oh.
Is that what you were talking about?
No. Okay.
He's just talking about like her in general.
like
Oh.
just in general.
She seemed like a pretty cool person.
I'm sketched out by her. I don't trust her.
I am too.
I don't trust her.
I genuinely think that she spent so long in there that I don't think there's something right.
She's
with her brain.
fucked up.
Yeah.
She's gonna end up going insane.
Yeah.
She's gonna end up killing one of the Avengers. I'm gonna be pissed when they come back because they will.
I think she'll kick.
Because she said it said the Avengers will return.
No, it said
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
And no,
Wasp
at the end
will
of
return.
at the end of Avengers.
Question mark?
No, I'm saying at the end
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Avengers.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah, what? I kind of like. I think I liked Ant-Man better than Infinity War, just because Infinity War was like super fast paced and like you couldn't like enjoy what was going on because the moment you got into this, it like shot over across the universe. So
I liked Infinity War for totally different reasons why I liked Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I liked Ant-Man because it was a really good character growth movie. Like it actually showed how he's actually like has a relationship with his daughter now, and he's actually showing how he has a relationship with his ex-wife.
Why does his wife's or his ex-wife's husband love him so much?
At the very end of Ant-Man.
you don't remember the end of it?
What happened? I don't remember exactly what happened.
At the very end of Ant-Man,
He
like,
saves.
I know he saves her, but
he
is that
saves
just
her
it?
and him.
Yeah.
And like it was one of those things where he realizes that God, what's his name in the movie?
I don't know.
Scott.
Scott. Yeah, he realizes Scott is not a bad guy. He's not just like a criminal and a thief, because that was like the whole point of the first one, is that like douchebag, you're an asshole.
Yeah,
Like,
but he like fangirls over him the entire second movie.
and
I think
It's
it's because
weird.
he knows he's Ant-Man.
Probably.
I think he's like. I
And like
think
he saw the events of Civil War and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
He's like,
Yeah.
I know
I know him. He's cool.
I mean, he could also really appreciate the relationship he has
Good,
with
yeah.
his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
But he's always had that relationship. I'm pretty sure he was jealous of it in the first movie because he gets him that he gets his daughter that really ugly doll.
And
Well,
she's
yeah.
like, it's
I
so
love
ugly.
it.
I
He
love
offers,
it.
He offers to like take it back and get a better one for her,
And she's like, no.
and she's like, no, it's perfect.
I mean, that's a valid estimate, like
Yeah.
a statement. But
So
I
I'm
think-
pretty sure it's just the fact that he realizes he's actually a hero, not a bad guy.
Yeah,
and he
I-
also knows he's
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
yeah.
So, the villain. I saw Lawrence
Tomb
Fishburne.
Raider.
I saw Lawrence Fishburne. I saw that coming. I saw him being the bad guy as soon as they started talking
Oh.
to him.
He's
I
a
didn't.
bad guy in everything that he plays in.
No, I didn't see him, but he's not like a true bad guy.
He's
was,
on the wrong side.
Yeah, that was
initially.
that was basically it. He was
Yeah,
just on the wrong
they
side.
all-
But I saw him working against them coming.
Yeah. Well, I did after like I suspected it after he made the comment to the police that like they hate each other's guts.
Yeah.
Like there was like some actual spite in that kind of deal, you know?
Well, at first I thought that, he was just covering for them, but then I thought about it and I was like, oh, He probably actually does hate him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So what do you think about the quantum
Powers?
that one girl has? Do you think
The
she's
ghost?
Yeah, do you think she's completely lost him, or
No, because they had a. That's why they were going back into the quantum at the very end credit scene.
I thought
said
they were
we
just
needed
trying.
No, they said they needed to get a refill for their ghost friend.
Yeah.
So do you think she's gonna
because
be
they're using the quantum healing particles.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
and
I think she needs to be like refilled every 4 to 6 months. Get your oil changed every 3,000 miles.
No,
See, initially, like
do you think
watching
she's
the
gonna be a permanent portion?
probably. She's
okay.
probably part of the
She's
Avengers.
a decent actor.
Yeah.
Actress.
Oh yeah,
I didn't put two and two together that she was
really
Tomb
pretty,
Raider.
too.
I haven't seen Tomb Raider yet.
It's a good movie.
Oh,
Haven't
she
seen it.
is that the same Tomb Raider?
Isn't the new one based off the video games
Kind of.
or
But no.
similarly?
It's. Do you remember The Rock's Hercules movie?
Yes.
I would compare it more to that.
Okay, so it's
Because
like
it, like,
loosely
takes-
based on the story.
And it takes like this fantasy. Well, it's a different story. I'm pretty sure. It might be the same. It's been too long since.
I'm
I
pretty
played
sure
Tomb
it's the
Raider.
same initially.
Okay, but whereas in the video game there is this like fantasy spiritual element,
Okay.
there's none of that. It's like explained scientifically,
Okay.
kind of like in Hercules. How it's
Gotcha.
like the people were so naive they assumed it was monsters, but it was really like what's the horse people called?
Centaurs?
Yeah, centaurs was actually just like regular soldiers with a saddle with like a bag on the front that they could hike themselves up.
Yeah.
So a silhouette looks like it's a man's body with a
Yeah.
horse.
That was a good movie.
It was a
I
good
talked to a
movie.
bunch of people that did not like that movie at all, and I was like, I thought it was phenomenal.
I think it's because they were expecting a true Hercules film rather
I
than
mean,
I
like,
was
and
too.
that's-
I was expecting kind of like the myths and monsters and
And
legends
that's the
kind of
only
stuff.
reason why, like, I honestly speaking, that's the only reason why I didn't watch it. Is because I thought it was just going to be some, like, because I had just watched the other Hercules movie that came out at the exact same time.
There was another Hercules
there was
movie.
it came out on Netflix, I think.
No, it came out. It came out on
I don't remember that.
DVD and everything. And it was garbage. It was absolute.
don't
Like
remember that.
they gave.
Yeah,
him-
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure the other one was like super cheap.
It
like,
was,
not
like,
worth
the-
watching kind of movie.
The
that,
CGI was like so.
like sci-fi decided to make a Hercules movie.
Oh, okay.
but it
Like the
wasn't.
History Channel.
It wasn't sci-fi. It was like the same people that created just like Exodus and like those kind of movies.
Oh, okay.
Where it's just like it's over the top Hollywood bull.
Gotcha.
Like, and
See,
like they gave him like the power of thunder in his sword. Like
he's
already.
not Thor.
I know.
I was gonna say Hercules didn't have anything other than like strength.
And
Yeah,
like
he was
I mean,
just-
like that
he
was
was
like
just
the
a
power of
demigod.
lightning because like Zeus and like in the final battle he like Zeus like it was
Well,
bad.
isn't it like the mythology he was born from Zeus's thigh or something?
It's something like that. I mean the only
I know there was some god that was born from either Zeus or Cronus.
Hercules and
Not
see
Kronos,
that's why
Cronus.
I was completely turned off from
Kratos.
that's why I was completely turned off of Dwayne's version is because like Hercules in Greek mythology Hercules is definitely 100% my favorite character.
Yeah, what it does is I suggest you watch it because it looks at if Hercules was a real person and how a myth could have been started about him.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it is a little far-fetched just because he throws a horse.
But like that's
But it's Dwayne Johnson.
True.
Dwayne
he
Johnson,
could do that.
He probably
Yeah.
could throw a horse.
But
it's
there's a
Hollywood.
lot of just explaining the
It didn't
legends
eat its
behind
brains this
him.
morning.
And the berserker dude, guy that didn't talk, that had like the two axes that just screamed and ran. He was my favorite character. He was
Well, don't
hysterical.
ruin it that much for me.
No,
I mean-
he's like an emotional character that you're like this guy's just weird and funny.
Okay.
But then you become like he develops like an emotional connection.
Even
with the
then,
audience.
he barely like ever talks.
Okay.
But
I
he's
think he
just
only has
so
one
good.
speaking
He's
line.
so good.
Yeah.
But then the old guy, the prophet,
yeah.
one of my favorite characters as well. It's just the end. He just opens his arms
And
he's
it's
like,
got a
guess
great-
it's not today.
Yeah, it's got a great plot. Yes.
It's so funny. It's such
I
a good
forgot about
movie.
that. He's like expecting his death.
He like
prophesized his death on the field of battle or something.
Yeah.
And like he's
every
ready
there's
to
like
embrace it.
There's a field of arrows in the sky, and he just opens his arms, and he goes, and he closes his eyes, and he's like, "Today's the day," and then not a single arrow hits him, just around him, and he goes, "Maybe not," and just walks away. It's so funny.
I can't think of who the actor's name is.
I don't
So
either. He was in
he's
Death
in-
Race.
So is it
he was really good
funny?
at Death Race.
He played Blackbeard in the latest part or second to latest Pirates movie.
in
Oh, okay.
the Stranger
So
Tides.
I'm guessing that it's funny.
It's funny, yeah.
Like,
There's-
it's
It's
genuinely-
funny and action, and
Yeah.
it's just really good.
Okay.
I like it a
Great
lot.
plot twist.
Okay.
Good fighting scenes because it's got like the the hand-to-hand combat. kind of
Yeah,
deal.
and especially the one lady with the archer, she's really good too. It's a good movie.
Right.
I like how we went
Yeah,
from
yeah.
this to Ant-Man to Hercules.
Yeah, we can. Well, unless we got anything else to say.
No,
I mean, because Ant-Man, like, there's, I don't really have that many critiques about Ant-Man. It
No.
was just genuinely good.
Well, I have a theory on Ant-Man, which
Okay.
is that once he gets out of the quantum realm, he'll have the powers. Like, he'll be like an ultra version of Ant-Man or something, like
Ooh, because he's going to be stuck in there.
maybe like
for
maybe like he'll have the powers without the suit. Like the Pym particle will become part of him, maybe. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, it's
the
I
quantum
think
realm.
I think he's going to be upgraded when he comes out.
Maybe
like,
I don't know.
You know, my question is how do you think he's going to get out?
obviously.
Captain Marvel? I don't know.
No, like,
He might figure it out himself. I
that's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying. Like, he's
say-
really smart, so I would imagine,
I was
like,
gonna say, why would you not take a blue disc thing with you? That's the way you got out the first time.
yeah, you're absolutely right. He could probably just attach it to, like, his belt, like the thing he just got. It's like, and like wiggle it around like a,
I
like
saw-
a dick.
I saw.
And like just wiggle himself out of the quantum realm.
You're an idiot. Yeah, I saw a thing of it was like why Ant-Man wasn't in Infinity War, and it was like the battle on Titan with Thanos, and he just throws a blue disc and he shrinks, and he's like, "Guys, I got it." He just holds it up, and just like Thanos is just jumping trying to get the glove. I was like, I mean, yes,
There-
and he was stuck in the quantum realm.
There were a lot of things about Infinity War that like.
They could have easily just. There's so
Oh,
many
yeah.
fixes.
I'm sorry, but if there's a god that has a thing that could wipe out the entire
But here's my thing: he's
half
not
of
a
the
god.
population, but
That's my thing.
Quote
Everyone
un-
paints him as a god,
Yeah.
even though in that
He was
story
just
they say he was a man,
and
part
the
of
whole
a
thing
race.
is that
Yeah.
he's like, once he puts that final gem on, he's even like you can see the struggle in his own eyes,
Yeah.
like him to wield all the power. And so, I mean, but besides the point,
Josh Brolin, wonderful actor.
Goonies.
yeah. Oh, Goonies.
I never saw that movie.
What?
There's a couple, aren't there?
What?
There's a sequel or two.
No,
isn't
just
there?
the Goonies.
There's not?
I own
Are
it.
you thinking of Little Rascals?
No,
No,
I
no.
just thought there was a sequel.
No, see, here's like my thought. I'm sorry, as Tony Stark,
Yeah.
you see this like, you see Star Lord, Mr. Douchebag over here that ruined the whole damn thing. I would have put my laser against his fucking forehead and
Well,
just,
here's my thing: Doctor Strange could have frozen time at any
Yeah,
point.
that's what I was thinking.
like there are so many holes. Like I would have been like.
I'll tell you something.
But like, yeah, that would just like put his laser hand against his head and like, nope, not today, and just rip off the gauntlet.
They could have had the glove so easily.
They on so
Literally-
many levels.
Yeah, there's so many different ways. Freeze time, unfreeze, because we saw in the original Doctor Strange, he can unfreeze particular people
Yeah.
so they can walk with him while
Yeah.
time is frozen. Unfreeze Tony and like someone else, cut his arm off, cut his head off, do various things, and you neutralize the problem.
But there's the only way. The one way that they
Out of
survive.
14.5 million.
Yeah. I feel like
Which
Doctor
apparently killing him
Strange.
isn't one of them.
Doctor Strange is the only superhero that's made a villain rage quit. With Dormammu, eventually he just gives up.
What?
With
that's the whole
Dormammu.
problem. He doesn't actually defeat him. He convinces him to leave and
Oh
never return.
yeah.
He just makes him rage quit.
Dude, that's so great.
He
'cause-
makes a promise with him. He's like, "I'll let you out of my time loop if you leave and never come back." And he
That's
leaves.
amazing. Yeah, no, you're absolutely
Benedict
right. I think
Cumberbatch is a great, like, his American accent is perfect. Like, I love it. It just makes his voice that much better.
Dude, have you ever seen he was a Stephen Hawking in a film too.
No, he wasn't. Eddie Redmayne was.
Was that Eddie Redmayne?
That was Eddie Redmayne.
Well, I mean, that's not really a speaking line, is it? You just look at a screen
Fuck you.
No,
when we look
thing
at
is-
the stars.
No, there was two actors that did Stephen that I know of right now. There was two movies about Stephen Hawking.
I'm talking about the one that came out recently, like within the
No,
past like 5 years.
I'm talking about like there was.
All right, keep talking about whatever, but I'm gonna look it up.
All right. So, whatever. What's your opinion on whatever?
Dude, I love whatever, but not on the weekends because when I want to think about whatever, I want to think about it only during
Ooh,
the
we're
weekends.
getting close to the weekend.
I know I'm gonna have to stop thinking about whatever.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, what do you think about whatever?
It's a hard not life.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Weekend. Whatever.
Benedict Timothy Carlton Cumberbatch. That's his full name.
That's a mouthful. My name is Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de la Rosa Ramirez.
Nobody's
You
giving
killed
the
my father.
time.
Prepare to die.
That is the wrong.
I know. My name is Indigo Montoya.
Inigo, not indigo.
No, it's Indigo.
It's Inigo.
It's Indigo. My name is Indigo Montoya.
I don't think that's it.
I always thought it was indigo.
I'm pretty sure it's Inigo.
You
It's
killed my
still
father.
spelled
Prepare to
Indigo.
die. We're being followed. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
I really think you need to look up what that word means.
I forget that he played Smaug,
I haven't seen it. That's a Lord
What
of
is
the
Smaug?
the dragon from the Hobbit movies.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single Lord of the Rings.
Haven't seen a single Lord of the Rings.
I'm so mad at both of you right now.
You've known this.
I know, but I keep forgetting, and then I'm reminded, and I'm pissed.
That's why I don't really get into like Shadow of Mordor, at least not as much as you.
Those are good games.
I just don't have any connection to finish it.
You should play the second one.
I have.
You should finish the second one.
It's so much work. I got to the second area, and I haven't done anything.
Bruh.
Hawking,
Never heard of it.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Never heard of it. 2004. That's probably why.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was before he was. That may have even been before Sherlock.
It was.
No, it was. But like that's what I was saying though. Like
That's a fantastic series.
like
Yes.
even that movie
Have you finished it yet?
No.
does a way better job at Stephen Hawking than
Was it the Imitation Game where he's not a hacker.
We're not sponsored by Benedict Cumberbatch,
And
but
if Benedict Cumberbatch wants to come on the podcast, we don't even want money. Just come on the podcast.
yeah,
be
no,
awesome.
yeah, that would really boost us.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unless it was a lot of money. So either just a lot of money or he can show up.
Him just showing up would be okay. I wouldn't really care about the money.
No, I would.
If it was like
That's what I'm
$2
saying.
billion
That's what I'm
each,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
or come on the podcast, $2 billion each.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be like an insane amount of money that you can't
Dude,
even
if-
win in the lottery.
Inconceivable amount of money.
Yes. Yes.
I would totally Hawkins myself.
Wow.
I know that was really bad. No, I just.
That would require you to be smart.
Okay, if I ever turn
That was
into a
good.
vegetable, if I just lose all
We'll
feeling,
eat you.
pull the
Take
plug.
take me to a spa, so I can become a steamed vegetable.
Dude, that one was so good on so many levels. I was really expecting something deep and profound, and then
That's the whole thing.
Would
of
you
comedy.
like ranch with that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the whole point of comedy is
can I sprinkle you over my
setting an
salad?
expectation. Yes, setting an expectation,
Lowering
then
people to it, and then
undercutting
exceeding
it by like a mile, and then it's like setting an expectation and then just disappointing everyone else.
Yeah, that's valid. That's
My
valid.
life in a nutshell.
Yeah, yeah. Did your sister get the package?
She said that they're not going to open it until her and him are together.
Yeah, that
She's
makes
staying at the house this
sense.
weekend.
What's the package?
I got an engagement gift for Patrick and Brianna.
Okay, well, way to mention that on the podcast with no
They-
context.
Well, he knew.
Okay, well, there was still no context for the
There didn't have to be
audience
context.
and me.
No. Hey, audience. Don't be like Caleb.
Wait.
Aspire better.
Do better.
I'm still living that down.
I know you are, Nathaniel. Just do better. Just do better.
He's gonna murder you in your sleep.
Probably, but if you're
I'm
gonna
not
do
the
it,
murdering type. I'm just make his life a living hell type.
Oh,
if anything, just do better at it.
here's something we can talk about. We're getting upgraded.
Oh, okay. So,
We're at an hour, so let's
yeah, I'll keep
wrap it
this-
up sometime soon.
I'll keep it relatively short.
Like his height.
Damn.
Dun dun. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da.
In the criminal justice
Da, da,
system,
da,
there are the
da,
detectives that
I was just gonna
investigate.
let it go. I was just
not
gonna let
even-
it
it's not
go
even Law and Order
until it's
anymore.
done.
It's like Rambo now. That's what it sounded like. I don't know. 18. That's what it was. It was the 18.
18.
Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Have you ever sat back, looked at your
Twice.
life, and then regretted everything?
Twice.
7 times.
7 times?
7.
And let me guess, the 7th just happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're actually going to be upgrading.
I lost the game. Fuck!
Oh no!
It's usually,
All right.
I'm usually the one who gets to do that.
So, okay. For anybody that doesn't know what the game is, the point of the game is to forget about the game.
And what childhood
Actually,
were
no,
you
the
robbed
point of the
of?
game is to never think of the game.
It's to forget about it.
Well, yeah, I guess in
It's
essence,
the same thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Tomato, tomato.
But if you remember it, you have to say, I lost the game. And anybody around you who knows about the game loses as well.
And
there
the
are
game-
no winners.
The game is essentially there are, because I am a winner. Because the game was essentially designed for people like me who really don't care. But then you're sitting there and you go, all these people do. I lost the game, and then they all look at you pissed for the rest of the night.
That's my girlfriend.
That's not winning.
Like I've tried so
It
hard.
is for me because everyone
Okay.
gets so.
I've
like,
tried so hard to
oh
get her
my
on board.
gosh.
I've tried her so hard to get her on board, and she just refuses.
What,
She
with the game?
absolutely, yeah.
She won't play the game.
She will not play the game. And
It's
like
not a
I'll be
choice.
all like, oh man.
She is playing the game by not playing the game.
Yeah.
By knowing about the game and not playing the game, she's
Like, it's
she's
an
playing the game.
involved-
But she
voluntary
doesn't
thing.
care. Like if she loses, she's like. Oh,
So she's like me.
Like she won't
needs,
ever mention.
She needs to mention it because then she'll get the joy out of it.
I mean, that's valid. That's what I told her. I was like, you just do what Austin does and be a dick about it.
I can see Goku's nipples on your shirt.
I know. Goku's nipples on my shirt. All right, so we're upgrading.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So here, if you haven't quite noticed, our sound quality isn't good.
It's
so,
fluctuating because we can't decide on a particular setup to stay with. We always end up messing something around.
The big reason why it like last week why it messed up is because we were trying something new and we heavily relied on it and we didn't try double checking and making sure that it was going to run. And
we've had to sit there for 10 minutes and let it record. We
Yeah.
didn't know that was a thing that was going to happen.
No, we had no idea, and
Yeah.
that's the problem with that. And so now we are investing in a mixer and 4 mics, and
Like directional mics, not like the one we're currently using has several settings, but it has omnidirectional capabilities.
yeah,
these-
Which makes
It's-
it to where it picks up a lot of background noise for the
Yeah.
most part, which is why it kind of sounds like we're sitting in a big echoey room sometimes.
Yeah, but
like
even if we
the
aren't.
mic we have right now is perfect for ASMR, but it's not perfect for
It's perfect for one person sitting directly in front of it
Yeah.
in a room that has sound foam.
and
yeah, like for streamers or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's
yeah,
like I use it for gaming and it's great,
yeah.
but
For podcasts, not so much.
yeah,
not some, especially when you have so many different voice ranges that we have to work with.
And
Yeah.
then when there's 4 of us,
yeah, oh, yeah.
we have many a time been huddled chair against chair.
like today. This
Yeah.
one's not bad, but
Well, I was thinking of the time in the apartment.
yeah, we were all touching knees.
And
Oh, that was so
and
gross.
we one of us, Caleb, went to adjust his chair, and not only
Oh, yeah.
squished his own finger at one point really badly, but also came down on my foot with
So
the
hard.
full force.
of my weight.
This
Yes,
5'8" weight.
I mean, I'm still hefty.
it was gravity, man.
It's still gravity, bro.
It was gravity, dude.
Anyway, we're upgrading.
Yeah,
So we're upgrading. We're
for dark times.
we're starting small. We'll definitely get
We'll get bigger.
My tattoo's growing.
I was just thinking about that.
no like next in line I was thinking about is getting a
Fan base.
Joke of the century. Oh, I love it.
oh so but yeah, no, after the fan base I was thinking about we could invest in getting
Personalities?
headphones for all of us
Oh.
so that we were able to hear everybody, and but that would cost more money, which we don't have, but yeah.
I mean, I have headsets that we could use if we want to.
What we need is a mixer, is an actual because there's a mixer for the
You're talking
audio.
about like in-ear system kind
Yeah,
of thing?
almost, it's almost like that. It's basically a headphone preamp that
Okay.
you attach to the end, and it has a 4-way splitter, and so then all of us would just have
Yeah. Yeah, that's just more money.
Just
We'll
more
get
money.
there at some point.
at some point.
As
Yeah,
long as we keep getting support.
yeah, which we have none. But
Yeah.
no,
We love you though.
we'll definitely.
We're
I
still
actually-
doing it, so I mean, I
I
guess we care.
checked on. It's
Wow.
incredibly easy
Wow.
to get our podcast on Google Podcast.
What about Spotify?
I have not fully checked.
I
on
haven't looked at that, but I know we can do iTunes, but there's a preliminary submission you have to put in, and they have to approve it.
and that's basically it. But 9 times out of 10, like 100 times,
Out of 10?
So
99 times out of 100.
1,000% of the time.
99 times out of 10. Or out of...
Wait, pause. I want to see if it picks it up.
Wow.
Dude, I felt that in my toes.
Look at it.
It's that one there.
Yeah, it's
No.
the big long
This
ass.
one. It's that one right there.
No, it's not.
It's that one right there,
No, it's
buddy.
not.
I
No, it's
promise
not.
you.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's that fuck.
Anyway,
But don't-
anyway.
I was gonna stop the recording just to
No,
listen to it.
no. We can do that when we're done with the
I might
recording.
need to wipe after that one.
You might.
Well, you can use the one ply, bitch. No, so yeah, basically, we're actually going to upgrade, and so it's relatively easy to get on a Google podcast. Same thing, you just have to upload, and they review it. But for the most part, I think the only thing that they're reviewing is its quality,
Yeah.
and I think that's the only. I don't think they're like doing content or anything like that. I think they're just strictly doing quality.
Make sure
And
it's
what-
not like static.
Yeah, and once, I mean, ours haven't been bad, it's just,
Some have
it
been
could be
quiet
better. And if, once we get the all 4 mics, it'll improve.
And
Definitely.
exponentially,
Yeah.
exponentially.
We'll get
so
there.
stay tuned.
We'll get there.
Dun dun.
Tell your friends.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why did you flinch?
Because you always hurt me.
I love this relationship. Get it. Damn.
I'm abused.
So, you want to wrap stuff up?
All right, well, this has been Knights of the Wrong Table,
Episode 8.
episode.
Oh my god, I didn't do my normal tagline. I'm so mad. I've done it every podcast except for the one I wasn't here.
At the very beginning.
Yeah. When hello and welcome.
I know it started off a little limp this morning.
That's
Yeah,
because
like
you want
your
to
dick.
do the chip eating bit.
Yeah, because it was funny.
So that's on you.
Yeah. Okay.
How
Anyway.
does it feel to be the author
I said it
of
during
your
the
own
podcast, I'm happy.
demise?
Go ahead and walk us out.
Yeah. Bye.
No, I was thinking, do the thing where we have a Twitter, we have a Patreon. Please
No,
give
that's
us money.
the intro, the outros that we.
Oh, do we have that now?
Yeah.
We have outros now.
We've always had outros.
Except for the last one.
Yeah, I did my own.
You did? Nice.
Yeah, I like over the thing because I did the editing for it and
Yes.
stuff.
Austin,
Cool.
Austin
Awesome.
did episode 6?
7.
7.
Seven.
Made in the USA.
Good.
I know, I
I
really
haven't
like
listened
the
to it
name
yet.
of that, too.
Yeah, right?
I haven't,
Yeah,
I haven't
it is.
listened to it, but
I couldn't remember. Do
Me
you
too.
normally put titles on the episodes? Or
I
do you
do.
just
Every single one has been the one about blah blah blah. And I do
Oh,
like 2 or 3 things.
Yeah, but I kind of like.
I like it.
Because it was that was the whole podcast was just about the USA.
I mean, I put in the description like what we talked about.
Good.
Cool. Lengthy
Yeah, you
rant
did- you
on
did really well.
colleges.
You did really
Thanks,
good with
man.
that.
Thanks, man.
There was a few like uploading hiccups, but we figured it out.
There were several uploading hiccups.
Mainly with just your internet.
Yeah, I have a 0.5 megabyte per second upload speed.
Oh,
Damn.
it's so bad. And once I finally get internet,
I'm pretty sure like Filmora just can't handle the fact that it's that slow because it would always stop at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
was
know
like,
if-
well, I guess there's no internet.
yeah, I don't know if like I lost connection for a second and then just couldn't continue.
How about we end this podcast?
Okay.
All right. See you
Bye.
guys.
Love you. Peace.
Shut up. Sit down.
Hey there, freak bastards. This is Sir Boars. And if you like what you heard today, go right ahead. Go right ahead and find us on Twitter, on Facebook. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit it. And if you're feeling super, super generous, go right ahead. Donate on Patreon. If we get 1 million subscribers, Edmund might get his own handle.
I want it.
No, he won't have it. So go ahead. Do it. Do it.